1 and 2 of the previous series. One of them had a joy in it, and yeah, there was some hesitation, and we were hoping that it's not here in Kyle Teasy's joy this time around. In the jungle, we want to see him perform, so we're up for a good fight. You see, Kyrie picking up an old favorite here, the Fredrin. So yeah, both lineups have a solid amount of pre-patch in it.
I mean, the concepts and ideas are definitely going to be there, but nothing too out of the ordinary for now, right? We're seeing that the starts from either side hasn't really changed too much. I mean, an early level 2 for few, which means that Little Wander should fall into the hands of ONIC Esports. No problem.
Yep, and here down bottom, you see that in the hands of Cheweski, CWski, one of the most, I'd say, dominant heroes. I don't want to use the word broken. In the Claude going up against the Beatrix of Super Marco, as if it wasn't enough, right? Keyboy forces a 2-man defense. There has to be a babysitting gold lane dynamic between them, and that'll definitely slow things down up until ONIC is ready. So yeah, our analysts were right. BREN want to go very, very fast. AP BREN want to be very aggressive, and it's up to ONIC to see where they can find the windows to clap back.
Exactly. I mean, ONIC, they want to play more flexibly as they start rotating to this top side. We might see that FlapTZ could get punished off of this. Boots not in position to actually capitalize, and this means that FlapTZ is... Wait, hold on. Few actually joining the party. Kyrie's trying to get back out of there as Boots slowly peels them away. He's not level 4, but we do see a retribution being used. They have to back off.
Yep, that was a 3-man engage on the 2. Stands a wee bit late, maybe 3 or 4 seconds to the scene, and this will allow AP BREN to go for this turtle pull. As far as I can see, man, it's as free as it gets. ONIC shouldn't even think of contesting.
Exactly. That's why you're seeing Sands use his feathered airstrike to clear the waves. We're seeing that Kyrie's not even walking up to the turtle side. They don't mind. Wait, bottom side, we do see that CWski is about to kill Super Marco in lane after the blazing duet. With nobody else to back him up, there's no way to confirm the kill.
Good news for BREN. They are able to get Super Marco's that cart, but wait. Oh, Kyle Teasy does secure the purple here, and there's the penalty zone!
They find it onto Boots, who goes for the final splash, cancels out the stolen feathered airstrike, and now the clap back on even Sands, taunting his opponents, knowing that all the abilities have been canceled. ONIC Esports goes back into their own base.
All right, so the tempo is on ONIC, right? They understand that as long as we don't die and we put enough gold and EXP on CWski, it should be all right. And it's not like Sands ain't playing with fire. A lot of firepower on this Farsa. But just the same, we haven't really seen AP BREN dive yet. What's up with this? What's up with the... I don't want to call it hesitation, but maybe AP BREN is waiting as well for an all-in, maybe 4-man, 5-man engage.
I mean, that's how they've been playing so far, right? Even on the top side in the early minutes of the game, we saw that AP BREN were taking a very safe route into responding to how ONIC Esports' flexibility is going to be. So it's a battle of information, and I think this is something that Ogwen can really take full advantage of, because Keyboy, he's not exactly the toughest boy in the world. Kyle Teasy on top of him, forcing out the ult as well. They back away.
That's as good a situation as it is for a lone Florin, right? You were talking about how he's not a tough boy. He's far from that. He's actually very, very soft. Yeah, Keyboy is slowly building up defense items, but he's on a support emblem, so he doesn't have the extra HP. Now, top 1v1!
Oh no, it's not looking good. FlapTZ is top Boots on the ropes, and he made sure that all of his abilities were down as well. Good trades from FlapTZ.
All right, there was nothing ONIC got out of that. Usually when you see these 1v1s and these odd situations that you see amazing players like Boots in, there's usually something else, a shenanigans across the map. But here, AP BREN just made sure, isolated. FlapTZ versus Boots, FlapTZ wins.
Exactly. I mean, that's just a mechanical mistake, right? Boots, unfortunately, didn't have any means of escape, and using all of his abilities as well. Ogwen and FlapTZ now trying to zone away the rest of ONIC Esports. They jump into the middle of 5 penalty zone onto Kyrie's side. Minoan Fury to slow them down, but unfortunately, it's Boots who falls first. Kyrie's trying his best, but the turtle is slowly slipping away from him. Bonk. Goes for the bonk. Kyle Teasy wins out the retribution fight, and now Kyrie, left all by himself, still manages to get back up, but they're not going to let him get away that fast. Sands not in the fight at all. Ogwen looking to punish even more as Keyboy dies underneath the turret.
You get nothing, sir. BREN, AP BREN, walking away with 4, giving away nothing. Second turtle out, they're 2K ahead. Barreling away, 5 minutes in, committing Grand Theft Orange. Kyle Teasy crossing borders where he has no business doing so, and this allows the gold lane to open up. Super Marco, he can win this 1v1, but CWSK learned from what happened to Boots. He's like, no, AP BREN mean business.
Yep, they really do, and the scary part is that Ogwen is actually nearby, but Tribrush going to open up the map as Kyrie starts walking up, opens up the map even more, finds Fune as well as Kaltizi, and now we see the rotation start to be made, right? Again, a big clump in that mid side. We're not expecting ONIC Esports to go for this fight.
Interesting response from AP BREN, right? Something tells me they knew this dynamic even before the game started, even before seeing ONIC's first layout, before that first rotation. They're like, yeah, they're going to try to take it slow. How about we answer back with a 3 or 4 man rotation every single time?
To be fair, when AP BREN was flying all the way down here to Jakarta, Indonesia, they had a lot of time. It's a long flight between Saudi Arabia and as well as Indonesia.
14 hours.
14 hours worth of research you could be doing on the plane.
Not even counting the time you were at the airport just waiting, right? Kyrie caught out here by Ogwen, the big cow. Saying hi. Now CWSK. All right, safe enough with the BMI out.
I mean, I don't think Ogwen wants to lose his flicker for a Purify, right? I think we all know that's not exactly the best trade in the world. E-Boy, he does spot out the rest of them, but notice that CWSK, he's starting to disrespect the space a lot, and the damage, even just from Few, is more than enough to take him out.
Valentina post-patch is just so good. And again, having stolen Florin's ult allows for AP BREN to actually overextend. And Keyboy, he's been getting away with more than a soft little Florin should in the early game, but just the same, look at AP BREN. They understand the dynamics here. 4v4 just waiting to happen.
All right, they start walking up, but again, the turtle is already gone before ONIC Esports gets remotely close. Kaltizi just playing really, really well, to be fair. He's already level 10 in comparison to Kyrie, 2 levels down.
Tis clean for a JJ. We here aren't big fans of a JJ. If anyone in the talent squad is, we haven't heard from them just yet, but now look at Sans. Put on a third of his health. Feathered airstrike!
Forced it out as early as he can to protect this tier 1. It might still just fall. Super Marco will take it out, but Few, he's already low. Florin already, the ult has been stolen at the same time to keep themselves alive. ONIC Esports try to punish, but AP BREN says no.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Just like how we expect ONIC to play around and dodge these huge fights up until they're ready, AP BREN can do the same. So yeah, talk about a re-engage, talk about an all-in 4-5 man team fight. The fact that they have a Valentina in the hands of the idol of the kids, Few, makes anything AP BREN want to do possible. AP, anything is possible.
I mean, I'm starting to see the relationship here, right? AP BREN are looking very clean. They look very calculated, but more so, they look extremely prepared for the ONIC movements, and even with the itemization as well, right? Just understanding where... Hold on.
Whoa.
He's underneath the turret, but he's still in trouble. Kaltizi takes him out. Lethal ignites them. Even Ogwen, he's still telling the rest of the team, this may not be the best. Look at the bottom side. We don't have to fight. We could just play the map.
And yeah, that's what we were talking about, right? AP BREN can do whatever they want. Oh, here comes Blazing the West!
The penalty zone after the feathered airstrike. Even so, the mid-order can't stop everybody. Super Marco is still alive with the electrifying beast. Kaltizi tries to take out Keyboy, but he ends up losing his life to Kyrie anyways. Oh no! Doesn't get the ult off in time. Flapteezy walks away 3-for-1 trade.
9 minutes incoming. AP BREN looking at a 5K gold lead. They can make a beeline for 2 major objectives here. Tier 1 in mid and the big lord. Kaltizi's not here, but just the same, ONIC can't even contest, can't even think about it. Something else that's worse, they might even go for Grand Theft Purple. ONIC is going to lose so much off of that 3-for-1.
I mean, the bleeding is now starting to overflow. It's coming to a point where ONIC Esports must respond to AP BREN. If not, AP BREN, they don't mind playing this as slow as ONIC wants to, but the tempo is always in their favor.
I'm looking for critical mass. I'm looking for that window that ONIC might find to punish AP BREN, but just the same, that's a long shot. That's a long-term goal. I got to be real with y'all. Sonics, ONIC Sobat, you know what's up, right? You guys are MSC champions. You guys are MPL ID back-to-back champions. But just the same, when you're down 6-7K against AP BREN at 8-1 approaching 10 minutes, and you got a Lord down bottom, where does it come from? Especially since the Valentina, Few can always find what? at least 2 solid ults. You have the final slash and the heal.
Keyboy as well as CWSK makes it out of the middle of Fury, but Keyboy's already put low, forced getting hit by the Shadow Strike. And now the Feather Airstrike not in range. Forcing CW to go back in with his duo open. He moves even further forward as they pull a double kill. Now Kaltizi in the back. The Electrified Beast does not find Keyboy in time. Kyrie holds the line with the help of CW. He's all by himself, but he will by just enough time.
Oh! Eventually, CWSK does fall. Super Marco never misses. And that's the first win we can call for ONIC, but they're still losing objectives on the way out. ONIC keeping this gold lead down to 6 to 7K. If that went the other way around, oh, wait.
Marco! He has to use his flicker. Thank goodness that he was waiting for Sans to actually respond to that. Well done for both sides. A good defense for ONIC Esports, and most importantly, they still keep their inhibitors.
All right, so we were asking the question, where could the clapback come from? That's how. Maybe if they're able to rope-a-dope around the remaining objectives, and at this point, we're just talking about inhibitors, maybe they can find a punish on ONIC, on BREN, right? Because ONIC, they know the situation. They know what's going on. And looking at the item game here so far, Chewe, he's down about 1,500.
That's actually not too
bad. That's not bad. That's not bad looking at 9 and 3.
Yeah, that's the thing. AB BREN has continuously taken all these neutral objectives and more importantly, taken away most of the structures from ONIC Esports. So you would expect CW to be in a more dire situation. But I think a lot of this comes with the unique passive from Keyboy on this floor. He has been switching that bloom so many times between Sans, between Boots, sometimes, and most importantly, he's hovering over CWSK.
Yep, so that recall button on Keyboy matters. He has to play out of his mind macro-wise. His mechanics, no doubt, no question. You've seen him take kicks like nobody's business. Yowie's shaking in his boots, man, given how well Keyboy was playing in MSC. But at this point, at this juncture, they have to do more than that. So yes, macro-wise, look at that, another juggle, right? CWSK, it's your turn on the bloom.
Exactly. It's beautiful to see, right? Really abusing the mechanics and especially the unique passives coming in from these heroes. But here's where it's going to get extremely dangerous, right? I think, Sans in no position to fight anymore.
Yep, so no Feathered Airstrike. Huge firepower difference here. Let's see. They're playing with space. Even CWSK felt the wrath.
The damage, there's just so much. Keyboy's going to top them off in the meantime, but I think BREN, they have to kind of speed the pace up. Looking at where the waves are, it doesn't look like the waves are in anybody's favor, really, so I think they're just going to back off, fix the waves, do some housekeeping, and then go back to the Lord.
Yep, this is one weakness that both lineups have. They can't juggle 2 lanes at the same time. Maybe with Sans, but since they're sitting at a deficit, he can't really do that very well. Oh! Touché! Few and Sans. Mid lane is understood. Firepower, ow.
Yeah, it hurts, but don't worry, they can still top themselves up. CW, he's going to run into the middle as Owen is already getting caught. The penalty zone doesn't catch the right targets. I mean, no, Fury does. Boots in trouble. Now CW, he's out already. The final slash is good. Joy is able to take away the Lord as they stop falling in. Now, Kaltizi, he's going in.
Sans, he knows. There's a flicker in. Few gets one.
He finds it. Keyboy dodges just in time, but unable to keep his teammates alive. CWSK is going to tempt fate once more.
And just like that, ONIC find themselves facing down the barrel of AP BREN's loaded gun. Lord marching down through mid, waves managed well. Throughout the mayhem, throughout the chaos, good news for ONIC, they were able to push a tier 1 in bottom. But just the same, another enhanced minion wave has spawned, given the Luminous Lord that AP BREN scored for them. Gideon, we're looking at about 9K, 10K ahead at 14 minutes. At least 2 inhibitors. I could swear, at least 2 inhibitors.
I mean, we're going to see one guaranteed to fall. Feathered Airstrike is going to come out while Boots clears the waves at the same time. They're hoping to maintain at least the top one as well. But Kaltizi isn't going to make it easy, right? Trying to punish whoever walks up. They managed to recover at least 2 of their inhibitors, but now the second wave about to collapse.
My math was off. I have been proven wrong by our MSC champions in ONIC. So just the same, I have to mention, a punish is still inevitable. We're waiting for Sans to get his Feathered Airstrike down. There is an ultimate on the Arlet. Feathered Airstrike gets pulled in. Let's see how the minions survive.
Yep, Flap barely taking any damage, but Kyrie locks down too as CW gets into the backline. The penalty zone is already good. Minion Fury doesn't connect.
Kyrie put down at 1/5 of his health. He's looking for more.
Kyrie, he tries his best, but Keyboy, again, his stun. It's not instantaneous. It's a good setup, but there's no way for the rest of ONIC to get back in that fight.
And now they're looking for the re-engage. BREN sent back to steal the orange, and now back to the inhibitor.
Once again, they really want to take this out. Wait, Kyrie, he's slowing it up. Feathered Airstrike comes again, but Flatteezy, he's so tanky. He's eating these Feathered Airstrike shots like it's breakfast.
And throughout that whole debacle, spanning about a minute and change, ONIC maintains 2 inhibitors. What are these guys made of?
Literally just iron. Just iron. I don't know what they eat in the morning. I think it's tough to imagine that at this stage of the game, even the Holy Crystal, it feels like Sans is still recovering from sickness.
Yep, you can see. But his mechanics are still on point, and I'm guessing he's making up for it in macro. Because what kind of team who's down 10K is able to do that, right? And maintain this kind of map presence and still build on their cores, right? You're looking at Sans and you're looking at CW ski, right? Cheweski. Looking at their item game. Oh, dude. CW, much respect. He's dealing a lot of damage, yes, but also he understands the fact that I need a defensive item.
Yeah.
He's on his way to possibly an Athena's shield, right?
Yes.
Looking at Sans, though, who has died a couple of times already as well, he needs maybe one more core item before he can deal much more damage. So that I'm looking at that as a Divine Glaive on the way.
We saw the damage numbers earlier. It looks like, Sans is not the problem here. I think, the biggest problem is the fact that they're not canceling out the right abilities at the right time. So Boots, keep your eyes on him. If he finds that position, that final slash could be the table turner. Now, Kyrie, he's walking up Sans, already using the wings by wings. He sees an opportunity, but he only has... Oh, the penalty zone connects!
And as well, there'll be no one Fury!
He's going even further forward. Our Praises Rap finds Few, and now the back line is under attack, and CW Ski doesn't want to go anywhere forward. He sees the damage, he sees the problem, but he cannot address it.
Look at these enforcers, the 3 frontliners for AP BREN, allowing Kyle Teasy to secure the Lord.
Oh no, it's 3v1. CW Ski can only do so much. He walks away. Keyboy is going to keep him topped up, but no, BREN's not going to be able to get this.
Kyle Teasy with a 1v1 off cam!
Unfortunate indeed. Sans not having his flicker, using the wings by wings earlier on to position himself for this Lord fight. This is where AP BREN need to close out the game.
And now with this Luminous Lord marching down through mid, it's gotta be this one. It's gotta be this one. Hasclaws right now on Marco, yet to die. Top lane inhibitor goes. This could be it.
Yep, decides to collapse, but now with this Luminous Lord, it's a little too strong for them to put their minds all together. Can they actually do much? No, BREN, they're taking their time, waiting for the Maneuver Fear to come down. CW gets in, the penalty zone collapses on top of him, he gets knocked up, and now the final splash to slow them down. Feather Airstrike from Sans to get it, but no, AP BREN focused on the structures.
There was just too much going on underneath that base. And even with that clutch Feathered Airstrike from Gila Sans, it was just too close. Game 1 goes to AP BREN.
That was a tough